Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, RV Tips from Jan. Today's topic, China bomb tires. Bad rap or bad tires? We're going to try to answer that question in today's video. Let me start off by saying that we have RV tires that are made in China. They're on our Forest River Surveyor 25 FKS. And we've had no issues. Let me also say that I think one reason that China tires get such a bad rap is that so many of the RVs that are manufactured do indeed come with tires made in China. So naturally, when there's a blowout, that tends to get a lot of press, both on YouTube as well as on the internet and other social media venues. I think it's a bad rap, and here's why. We believe that if you do the proper maintenance of these tires, you should not have a problem. And here's the things that we're doing to help prevent a failure. First of all, let's talk about what kinds of issues can lead to tire failure. Number one would be excessive heat buildup in the tires. This can happen due to overloading your RV, driving on underinflated tires, or driving at high speeds on hot pavement. Let's address overloading your RV. Most of us don't have any way of actually weighing the RV after we load it up to head out on our excursion. But we need to remember that things like filling our water tank adds extra weight. For example, if you happen to have a 100-gallon water tank at 8 pounds a gallon, you're looking at 800 additional pounds of weight that is added to your RV. Likewise, if you have a 50-gallon water tank at 8 pounds per gallon, it's an additional 400 pounds. We just need to keep in mind that our tires, our axle, are rated for a certain maximum load. And as we load that RV, we need to be thinking about, are we potentially exceeding that? If we are, we could have a blowout down the road. Underinflated in tires is another issue. The industry recommends that every time we head on the road, before we do that, we should be checking the tire pressure. Many of our tires today have nitrogen in them, and there's a question on the benefit of nitrogen. Well, nitrogen does tend to leak at a slower rate than air. It also does not heat up as fast as air. The question then comes up, if I need to add additional air to that tire because it's underinflated, can I use a traditional air pump to do that? And the answer is yes, certainly. Adding air to a tire that already has nitrogen in it is not a problem. In fact, a tire with 80% nitrogen, 20% air is less likely to have an issue than a tire with 100% air. Lastly, driving at high speeds on hot pavement is another contributor to excessive heat buildup in tires that can lead to a blowout. On those hot days where the pavement is particularly hot, let's slow down. Check the temperature of those tires. And there are gauges that are available that can measure both the pressure and temperature of our tires to alert us if a problem is occurring. Another cause of tire failure can be curbing or driving through potholes. So we need to slow down to reduce the likelihood of damage to the tire. This is particularly true when we're boondocking, because when we get off-road, we're definitely going to be driving in areas where this kind of damage to the tire can occur. The key is to inspect, and if in doubt, go ahead and replace that suspect tire with your spare. That could save you a lot of headaches later. Slow leaks due to a puncture from a nail or other sharp object is also a potential cause of tire failure. The best defense against this is a tire pressure monitoring system. These cost anywhere from $100 to $200, and they will alert you to tire pressure loss via both an audible and visual alarm. This is the tire pressure monitor system that we're using. It's from Time8. It has 5 transmitters. Each of those screw on to the pressure outlet on the tire. The 5th one we use as a spare. It could also go onto your spare tire. The unit that goes into the cab has both a visual and audible alarm. And then there's also an extender that helps to receive the transmission from the devices that go onto the tire for longer trailers. The industry recommends that if your trailer is longer than 20 feet, you should make sure that your tire pressure monitoring system has a range extender included with it. These devices can really save you a lot of headache, particularly if you have a slow leak, because it will alert you to that before that tire completely fails. In the final analysis, blowouts can result in significant damage to our RVs. We've seen videos, and I'm sure you have too, of fellow RVers who have had a blowout. This can even lead to a wreck, to a potential turnover. It certainly can result in significant damage to the side panels, aluminum and or fiberglass. And there's stories of people having their water lines as well as gas lines completely ripped out, damage up into the kitchen cabinets, and even as far back as the rear bedroom when there's a tire blowout. These can be very costly and can actually result in a serious accident and even death. So taking the necessary precautions in terms of how we maintain our tires, as well as being aware of the leading causes of tire failure, can really result in a very positive RV experience. With the final analysis is this: most trailers coming off the lines today have China-made tires. So I guess it isn't surprising that we hear about failures on China-made tires. From our perspective, though, the RV dealers would not be putting out a product that's not safe. The key is to be mindful of the major causes that lead to tire failure and put in the preventive measures to help make sure that you are taking care of those particular issues. That's our video for today. We hope you have found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Please check that subscription box, and most importantly, please continue to be safe and stay well. Thank you.